Hi there, guys. We're here today to talk about the final two releases for B&M for this year. They're pretty cool, and I'm just going to take them through now. You'll have heard the announcement, so you'll know the sets that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Witch's Familiar set and also the Coal Hill School set. So if we start off with the Witch's Familiar, this is a very cool set. It celebrates a very iconic moment in the 12th Doctor's time and also Davros's time. So gone is the sort of ranting confrontations that we've seen in the past, and actually we have Davros and the Doctor actually sitting down and having a very measured conversation, reminiscing about what could have been and what could still be. And of course Davros is being completely devious, as he always is, and thinking he's gone out with the Doctor. So this set basically celebrates that particular moment. So just taking you through the details. I'll move that back. So let's start with Davros. So we've made a few little tweaks on this since it was last released. It's been, gosh, nearly 10 years since we had this Davros figure actually out. So Davros, it has slightly brighter silver on his chair components. Essentially the same figure as we released before. There was some speculation we might do Davros with his eyes open, but actually the sculpt doesn't have the eyes open, so painting opened eyes over the top would look absolutely horrible. So it's a slightly revised set of colours, but essentially that is Davros. And then we have a new and actually pretty cool 12th Doctor. So he's in his sort of crosshatch tweed trousers that he's seen in the episode with. He's got his grey shirt with a very sort of faded print on it. Tonally, it's quite a dark story, and tonally it's shot in quite a dark way, and I think the Doctor's costume reflects that. So he's wearing these sort of quite muted colours, and actually it looks fantastic. He's got his hoodie. So as a set, they work really well. And then if I very quickly bring in the pack insert, I'll just move these back so you can see it. So the pack insert features the Dalek control area where we see all the multitudinous Daleks that are assembled for that particular story. So that is Witch's Familiar, and it's a great little set. Hope you love it. And so to the second set, which is a different era completely. This is the Coal Hill School set from Remembrance of the Daleks. It's fantastic. It was a game changer for Doctor Who fans. I don't think we'd seen anything like it. Tonally, Ace was a complete breath of fresh air. And this celebrates that very iconic moment where the Doctor and Ace, having picked up the RPG outside, come back into the school. The Dalek that was guarding the transmat isn't there, and Ace sort of blithely says, it must have gone back down to the cellar. Just then, they come face to eye stalk with said Dalek, which blasts away at them down the corridor, and then Ace just dismounts the RPG that she's carrying and blows the Dalek to smithereens. It was an absolutely fantastic moment, hugely iconic, brilliant to see a companion in her element, blowing things up, especially if it's a Dalek. So it's a superb set. So just take you through the details. First up, we have Mr. Imperial Dalek. So there's a few changes again on this one. We have the white, or just off-white livery. We have the gold, and we've gone for a slightly more bronzy gold this time. We've also got a slightly changed and updated sucker arm on this guy. And we've gone to a larger eye stalk. The previous iteration of this had, and I can't remember why, but it had a slightly smaller eye stalk, which always looked a bit funny. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice one thing on this Dalek, which is that the neck, shoulder mesh, I should say, on the previous iteration wasn't there. However, this Dalek shares tooling with the Renegade, and the tooling was altered to make the Renegade, and it can't be altered back again. So this Dalek actually has the shoulder mesh, but to be honest, it looks superb. It's a very nice version of this Dalek, and it's still iconic to this day. And then moving on to Ace, she's got her rucksack, her anorak, obviously the RPG. Again, we've changed a few subtle little things on Ace, just in terms of the matte gloss aspect. We've made the bits of her that should be more matte, like the legs and the skirt, much more matte. The anorak's not quite as glossy. Also, I was never happy with the face decoration on Ace. I didn't think it did justice to the character. That's been completely revised. It probably, I don't know if you can see that or not, maybe you can. You'll see it when it's in hand, but the face is fantastic, and it looks significantly better than it did previously, in my estimation. And stand. And again, the RPG rocket, which does detach for firing. Doesn't really fire, of course. But that's the Coal Hill School. Oh, and inside, it took me ages to do this, so it was the most Photoshop pack I've ever done. Is a little diorama of the corridor section where this confrontation takes place. So we've got the pack, we've got the lovely insert, we've got our marvellous Dalek, and we've got Ace, who's going to fall down. She'll stand up. There you go. And that's it. That's the last two B&M releases for this year. These are really quite special. Again, limited edition. They haven't been out for a long time, these ones, and some of the characters. So again, hope you enjoy them. Thanks for the support, and see you next year. Thank you.